What's up guys, Rainer here, coming back with some more Smite gameplay. Today, we will be playing Hel in the duo lane. Hel is extremely interesting in the fact that she can play every role in this game exceptionally well. The only thing that you need is a bit of skill and knowledge in how to play her to succeed in this fact. And Artemis, come take this mid-camp with me. Artemis, come take this mid-camp with me. Oh god, Kali's here. Time to go. It's time to go. Not even gonna stay in here anymore. So, Hel is a ranged mage support character. She's very unique in the fact that her ultimate isn't really an ultimate in the traditional sense. Everybody uses an ability that does a lot of damage or does something special. Hel just switches stances between light side and dark side. Right now I'm in dark side stance. You can tell because I'm purple. In a second here. In a second here.
Be careful.
In a second here. Anytime. Poorly timed video is poorly timed. Any minute. There it is. Light side stance.
Retreat.
I turn white and I gain healing abilities. As opposed to the dark side, where I have dark abilities. Magic damage abilities. Her entire ability set, 1, 2, and 3, all change their properties when you switch between light side and dark side. Is that Arachne? Are we dealing with Tank Sobek and AD Arachne? Interesting. That's a thing. Oh, and they have a Loki mid lane too. Man, 3 assassins, Tyr, and Sobek. What a great team. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Hel's moveset here. Her 1 is a straight shot skill shot ability that in her light side stance does damage to a single target and heals Hel for a portion of the damage. That ability is called Restoration. In her dark side, that ability is called Decay. It is a straight shot skill shot that does AoE damage. There it is right there. We're going to throw it down here in a second when I miss it on these guys. So we got 3 guys over here in our lane ganking. And our jungler, Jungle Ymir, shows up, and mid lane Zeus shows up. I'm going to drop my 3, Repulse, and pick up a kill on Sobek. Repulse is a big AoE nuke that just does a crap ton of damage to everyone in the area. It's easily Hel's primary damaging ability, and her 3 in light side stance is Inspire, and she heals all her allies around her in a big nuke heal. They're basically polar opposites of each other. Maybe like a light side and a dark side of the Force. Oh my god, Star Wars is... George Lucas is so suing me for this. Look at this Arachne over here. I don't know why. What even brought this team to the point where they had to have 3 assassins.
Out of mana. Be careful. An ally has been slain.
As the gameplay rolls on here, let's talk about Hel's passive. You can see it there above my picture. Right now it's a picture of a white wolf.
Take left lane.
It is Stance Attunement. And in the attuned stance that you're in, like right now I just switched to dark, so you're going to see it switching over to dark. She gains passive abilities in her full light side. She does more healing and has MP5. In her full dark, she does more magical damage. Artemis gets pulled here, so I walk over and drop a big heal to pull her out of the red, and we do some damage here to their team. As you can see that, I mean, I just took their tank down past 3/4 health with very little effort. The most important thing you gotta watch on Hel, not her health bar, as it turns out. It's your mana bar. She eats mana for breakfast. And without it, she's pretty useless. As you can see, her auto attacks aren't that great. So you want to try to build something that's going to really help your mana. Either your mana restoration or just your general mana pool. So me and Artemis are gonna back to base here because we won that lane pretty hard here in the early round. So we're gonna buy some items and we're gonna come back. So we've pressed up the lane again after backing and buying some abilities. And I guess support Arachne shows up. We just do an unbelievable amount of damage to her. Artemis drops her ultimate. And then I'm going to throw my 1 and pick up the kill. Should I have let Artemis probably have that? Yes, but she should have taken it a lot earlier than she did. Hell's 2 is Cleanse. It removes crowd control from your allies in light side stance. Watch this fail. Artemis, for some reason, is still diving. Still going hard. Oh, she died to the tower, and Sobek's gonna get away. Unfortunate. But, whatever. Sometimes I'm really bad at Smite, and that happens. And by sometimes, I mean almost constantly. So anyway, back to her 2. In Cleanse, it removes CC and protects your allies from soft CC for a limited amount of time. Her dark side version of it reduces enemies' protections. You can see that Artemis just got chain pulled by the tank and then Arachne to get pulled almost all the way into tower. So I pull the enemies off of her, do a mess of damage to them. Basically just kind of save her and pull her out of the fire. She and I are falling back. I'm going to hit her with my big heal. It heals 200 health. I mean, that's nothing to even sneeze at. Kali comes in and tower dives because, you know, reasons. She dies. Sobek immediately dies when I hit him with Repulse, and that was the worst gank I've ever seen in my life. And that was... I've done some bad ones. So we're hanging out here. Just gonna finish off this lane. And I'm gonna back to base. Now, the key thing that is exceptionally interesting about Hell as we take this tower here is you don't need to have any points in her ultimate for it to be able to change stances. Not a lot of people know that. When you first spawn as Hell at level 1, you can use light side and dark side abilities. Here, Sobek's just trying to keep me away from Artemis so that Loki can kill her. I'm not going to let that happen. Our jungler's telling me to retreat. He clearly doesn't know who he's talking to. This lane has been losing this entire game, and I don't plan on letting them change that. Everybody just walks over there into Ymir's ult, and I'm going to do a mess more damage. Look at how much damage that was. Whew. Man, so hot. So hot. Now you can see why Hell could play both solo and mid lane exceptionally well. Her lane clear is incredible, as is her sustain, and just general awesomeness. Her biggest downside is her complete lack of an escape. She can remove CC from herself, but without an ability to just really get away from your opponents, you run into a lot of trouble. The 2 times that I died during this game were directly resulted from my lack of an escape. Jumping swiftly ahead, we eventually took that tower. So I'm gonna follow Zeus here because staying alone in that lane is a bad idea. So Zeus and Artemis are going to turn on these guys, and we're going to do a mess of damage here in a second. Hit them with my 2 in dark side and reduce all their protections. Zeus, me, and Artemis here are going to pick up a triple kill, and Loki's going to just ultimate out of there. He doesn't want anything to do with what's happening back here. Jumping ahead a little further, a big fight comes down over here with Zeus. And as you can clearly tell, Zeus needs my help. As I walk over here and pick up 2 assists for doing 0 effort. I give him a heal anyway, just so I can feel like a big man. Let's just see how many times we get attack fire giant. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Spamming the chat thing doesn't make it work better, guys. Stop doing that. So as we man up here, and I bust out the big heal stick, and we take this fire giant.
Nice job.
Let's now that we got this fire giant buff, let's go back and take mid lane. Look at this team fight. 4 guys standing there. Sun Wukong picks up the Loki behind us. Artemis gets pulled, and I'm not going to leave her. Come on, it's my lane partner here. You never leave your wingman. Great big AoE heal, followed by a great big AoE nuke. Boom. Picking up a nice double kill. Hell just has so many ways to do damage that it's just sickening. And then probably one of the best sustains in the game. So let's push up and take this Phoenix.
Your team has destroyed a middle enemy Phoenix.
So we didn't win right there. We probably should have, but we didn't. So I'm going to come in and save Artemis. Look at that big nuke heal as I walk back into this team fight. Saved her completely and allowed us to finish off Loki. That's a beautiful thing.
Thanks.
Yeah, you remember who just had your back, baby. Jumping swiftly ahead some more. Their Phoenix is respawned. I'm pushing this lane. The rest of our team's pushing left.
Be right back.
I got mine. Loki shows up. Gonna do just all the damage to Loki.
Middle enemy Phoenix destroyed a left enemy Phoenix.
I mean, Hell is great in every situation. Just hands down. She's great in the arena. She's great in solo. She's great in mid. She's great all over the
That's
place.
too bad.
So if you take something away from this, just make sure that you figure out how to play Hell. Arena's a great way to do that. And then try her in Conquest. You'll find that she is one of the best gods that you can play. Anyway, this has been Rainer, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.